Let's Talk About a Podcast is sponsored by Real Estate Title, servicing clients all across the state of New Jersey. What's going on, Chrissy? How are you?
I am splendid. How are you?
That's what I'm talking about.
It's a good
today's
day.
episode, we're going to be talking about, Chrissy, how you dominate the New Jersey area when it comes to real estate and trying to get into Florida. That's going to happen.
That's
definitely going to happen.
It's definite.
Okay.
Don't. We're gonna put it in the world. We're manifesting. That is happening. I am actively licensed. It's going to happen.
Okay, let's do it. Let's talk about it. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. So tell me, what's going on in Jersey? What do you see, and how do you? What does New Jersey look like for you in the next coming months when it comes to real estate?
What specifically, if I may ask?
Specifically, like the cost of living. The affordability.
Well, let's be frank. New Jersey is expensive. I think we're number one in taxes, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that, but it's very well. So property taxes are high. A lot of things are high. Home prices are high. The reality of it all, we can't control. I don't have a globe. A lot of people come to me. What do you think? What do you think? At the end of the day, real estate is there's a pendulum. We're seeing right now more days on the market. In some pockets, I know on the at the Jersey Shore, Asbury Park, from LBI, every local micro market is different.
Right.
I know a lot of people like to compare averages nationwide. I mean, that's great for data, but who gives a shit? It doesn't matter.
Right.
So what we're gonna see is probably some more price adjustments. A lot of sellers are getting they're getting, shook a little bit, because they've had it, the game in their pocket for a while. They've seen the prices appreciating over time, year over year, year over day. And now we're seeing, okay, we can't get whatever we want. We're seeing an adjustment. Inflation is in. People, there's, forbearance. There's more defaults. So we're going to start to see a change in, obviously pricing coming down. Buyers maybe getting more contingencies, more flexibility. I'm not saying they're going to give sellers concessions or, home sale contingencies probably back on the game, which was once upon a time normal.
Right.
But we have been in an abnormal market for a very long time.
I would agree.
So I feel like there is a huge, I don't want to say huge, but there's a definite shift and people are going to have to adapt to that. So pricing will change to, a little bit. There's going to be more price adjustments. We're already seeing that as we speak. More days on the market, but buyers are still buying. Right. Affordability is another question.
Well, shelter sells. At the end of the day, it depends on what one's willing to pay for it, right?
Affordability is a hard one.
Right.
I spoke of nationwide versus local. Nationwide, we have a problem. Mm-hmm. Locally, we have a freaking problem.
We have a freaking problem.
We have a problem. We have a problem. I mean, just saying. I see new builds all the time, but who are you building for? You're not building for the middle class. You're not building for people that obviously would want to buy a home.
Right.
But the price range is just absurd. So I have a soft spot for that. I think it's crazy. I'm seeing adult communities, $1 million. Like, well, okay, who the hell is retiring?
Right.
Like, let's be honest.
Right.
So that's my take on things. It's still high. It's still going to be hard, but you can still do it. I mean, you're in the business yourself. Obviously, home ownership is still tangible. We just got to buckle down and really make a plan.
Right.
And
so,
was it buckle down or buckle down?
Buckle down. Hey, look, don't worry
I'm making words up.
Hey, it's okay. Let's talk about it. We can do that. So that said, how did the transition from you doing what you did your previous career translate to what you do today when it comes to the Latina realtor?
The Latina realtor, Dancing Realtor, aka no. So this is gonna touch your heart a little bit, but my background's in mental health. I studied the field. I, was in a graduate program. I was in it very, for over 10 years in mental health.
Right.
And so, I was dealing with a lot of people, underserved community. Let's just say life happened. I burnt the hell out.
Right. Okay.
It was something that it was a calling for me. I still have a soft spot for, anybody that's going through anything. But at the same token, I have a heart.
Takes a lot.
It ran me to the ground.
Right.
Empathy is in my heart, but at the end of the day, it impacted me greatly. And unfortunately, I also got sick. I got sick. That's another thing. And let's just say I couldn't work for about 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
That had much of an impact.
I was clinically disabled.
Clinically disabled.
On Social Security, yeah. There was that thing like also like it's in my back of my head because once you go there, it's like, okay, I gotta fight for what I got. I need to be in it. I need to figure life out. And I did.
Right.
I had to, because I was just like, what the hell am I going to do? So long story short, I mean, you asked a question. Real estate wasn't on my radar. I'm like, why the hell did I go to real estate? Because this is stress free. You might as well cripple me now.
Right. I've been through a lot, right?
Yeah. So I'm like, what makes you think that's going to be better? I needed flexibility. I needed something.
Right.
I needed something different. And so at the time, my mindset was like, okay, how can I still help people, serve people, and be able to have some control of my life? Because at the time, it wasn't.
Right.
It was very much uncontrolled.
Mm-hmm. And it's from outside looking in, people think it's cut and paste. It's so much. You have to compartmentalize your feelings, your business.
Oh, I compartmentalize all the time.
Well, now you do, because you're not thinking about it as much.
Oh yeah, everybody's great, and then I go home and I'll say, what?
Well, I mean, sometimes you got to do that. I mean, that's a good thing too, right?
We are human.
You're right.
It's
exactly.
not everything's a realtor.com commercial or like everybody with a happy dog. No, there's some
shit happens.
Shit happens.
Right.
It's tumultuous. There's people. There's lives. There's money at stake. Oftentimes they take it out on you.
Yeah.
You're the middle person. You're the face of the deal of their life, of their issues.
Right.
So yeah, I'm human.
No, it's
not easy.
It's interesting you say it that way, because I'm reading a book now, Critical Thinking by Ryan Leaf. He talks about, you don't know where that person's coming from when they're asking certain questions, or they're going through their path, right? They could be going through a place of vulnerability, right? Mm-hmm. And especially for us, we work in a high-end world where everything counts, whether for me, down payment, what does that look like? Monthly payment. And then for you, is this neighborhood good? Will this be acceptable to my commute to work? Like, all these things are factors of what makes that decision when it comes towards home ownership. You
literally are jumping in bed with them. Yeah. You are with no relationship, no commitment, whatever. They're lying down with you. Yeah. And so that's a huge toll, because things can happen. Yeah. And at the same time, it's like, that was an accident. Oops, slip. Oops, sorry. But there's no pulling out here, guys. No.
I'm done. But
let's curtail this a little bit. I was just being funny, but when it comes down to it, you have to come from that mindset that they are entrusting you with the largest investment of their life, their money, their down payment, probably, maybe, and for some cases, everything that they have. Right. So you have to give them a little bit of grace and take stock in the fact that this. They're putting it on the line, and they're looking for you, not so much to save you, but of course to save them, but to complete the transaction. Is that a lot? Is that a tall ask? Yes, but that's why we are in the industry. That's why I'm in the industry I'm in.
That's why we love it.
We do. Yeah. There are days though. There are days.
So, I'll go further, right? When it comes to you, when they think of real estate, they think of you dancing.
Dancing.
That part, right? So talk about, how did you get to a point where you felt dancing to keys makes sense?
I mean, I was playing around with this for a while because I love dancing. I mean, dancing is therapeutic. Music is evolution. People understand that. Right. They can gravitate to it. Whether you can dance or not, who gives a shit? It doesn't matter. But it's an energy releaser, and it also buffers a lot of negativity, because at the end of the day, you could yell at me, but if I'm dancing in your face, how serious are you gonna be? Right. I'm gonna break you.
Right. You're the icebreaker. Just
get it in there. Give me, come on, yeah, come on now. No, you gotta do something. But I feel like dancing, it's something that people can relate to, and it just feels good, and it's I feel like it creates an energy and an aura, a synergy that it's a little bit more positive, because at the end of the day, our industry is fucking stressful. Right. So we need an icebreaker, and that became my icebreaker. And I just love to dance. I hear music. I have music in my head. Don't judge, okay?
No one's judging, but to your point, this is why you have the J-Lo in your life, right? You're like that. This is who you are. This is who I like. I inspire, not inspired, but I kind of.
It's crazy though, because some people, old brokers in the past, they're very traditional. Like, oh, you can't do that. Or, no. It's like, they're not in my life anymore.
That part. That's so important.
They're
right?
not. You have to, because
Surround
you know
yourself
what?
with positive people who are
And
going to
you go
right?
through it. There's sometimes
Right.
I doubted myself. I questioned myself. I still do. I'm not over it and done. I'm still, going through my trials and tribulations. But at the end of the day, what I can say in this moment when Chrissy Keys lies, like, you really need to just be good with you and your surroundings and the people you work with, because it is tough.
Yeah.
It is tough. And if people will nail you to death and they'll doubt you, I mean, the best of the best have been questioned. You can't listen to them.
No.
You do what you got to do, and you do what you feel good, and you stick to it.
Point blank. If it makes sense for you, that's all. That's all.
If I'm putting a smile on your face and you at the end of the day are moonwalking because of me, I did something right. Oh, and I got you a house too.
No, but you did a lap dance the other day.
Come on, man. That's a different type of stuff. Stop.
But to your point,
what are you talking about?
But to your point is you're expressing yourself.
It was with a friend. I'm just saying,
Yeah,
we were very friendly.
Yeah.
We were friends, very professional.
Right.
It was in the spirit of the networking event that we were at, Latino Chamber of Commerce, where we at.
So you had to go to the Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah, I'm part of the Latino Chamber of Commerce.
Right?
That little plug, you know what I'm saying?
Good.
Latinos in the house.
There it is. So how long have you been with the Chambers?
3 years.
3 years?
3 plus. All right, Darwin, if you hear me, he's the CEO, chamber, president, all that good stuff.
So he's the all-in-one.
Oh, he's annoying, but a good guy, great guy.
They calling you to find out what's going on, how's it going to happen. How are we going to get these people to these events, right?
I mean, it's all about being with the people, and that's how you also get other opportunities in your door. Because at the end of the day, I'm in sales, you're in sales.
Right.
We're trying to help people in many facets of life, not just me dancing and giving you keys.
Right. So when you do these events with the chamber, the Latin Chambers of Commerce, are you guys giving back to the community as well?
Yes, we've done a lot of charity. We've given back. Tunnel to Towers is a big one, but we've done to local as well.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie, I can't remember everything in my brain, but we do give back and offer support to local vendors.
That's good, especially in what someone call turbulence times, right? Where
turbulence is volatile. Shit's broke.
I'm right.
Whole Foods has $3.50 a slice. That's better than the pizzeria, because pizzeria is what we were talking about. That $5
a slice.
I'm just saying. I mean, $5.
It's real. It is, and that's to your point, right? And especially now, because of some of the communities we live in, Hispanics are being targeted now.
Oh my God.
Because of their complexion.
Not everybody's like ICE candidate and a killer raper. Like it's not, but it's unfortunate. These are the times we're in, and that was a huge market for the home buyer, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
The way I said was because that impacted the buyer industry and the sales.
Yeah.
Why? That's part of why we're in a lag as well. Right. Let's call it what it is. I'm not trying to be political.
No, and immigration it needs to be solved, but there's ways to go about it.
We're not going to solve it in this segment.
We're not going to solve it in this segment, but I will say this. In the community that we thrive to provide home ownership, and as far as labor intensive to help us do certain things with farmers and building homes.
Yes.
I mean, that's key to what's going on in life, right? And so times like this, you just have to look upon your neighbors and say it's going to be okay, because you can't solve it yourself. But just understand these are short periods, and hopefully
we just got to get through it. We got to get through it. We have to bunker down.
Yeah.
I said it right.
You said this time you said it right.
All right. Sorry. Just saying, I'm trying to make
Right,
words. Starts with when
making
you
words.
bunk, I'll bunk. No.
Adding vocabularies to the dictionary.
We have to. But getting back to what you were saying and alluding to that, it's not just Latinos. Let me correct myself. Immigration. There's a lot of immigrants. Period.
Right.
Outside of that, so we have to, help them. Try to do what we can. I personally have some, clientele that they're scared. They're scared to buy. We're trying to figure out things, what to do.
1, 2, 3, 4 look like, right?
They don't, and I don't blame them. I can't fathom that. I don't have that. I can't say that I know exactly what they're going through, because I don't.
Right.
But I do know what it is to be scared, and I do know what fearful smells like. What that is and what that does to you, and at sometimes you don't. You stop.
Yeah, you stop. Yeah, the momentum just stops. It's just what it is, right? It just stops, and now you're trying to figure out what does tomorrow look like for you, right? And if you're not living through it, it's easy to be like, if it's
you
not my
should.
family,
He said,
it's easy to quarterback from
you could
far,
do
right?
this. Yeah, but you're not living their lives. You're not in their doors.
No.
You don't know what's going on.
No, you don't.
So you got to give them grace. I'm going to use grace a lot because I'm learning that myself.
Right.
Let's Talk About It podcast is sponsored by Molson Law LLC, servicing clients all across New Jersey.
And to the point where I don't want to be discouraged when it comes to lending, right?
No.
Those who are here obtaining, citizenship or who has a work visa, you can still get a loan, right? There's just certain criteria you have to go through, but that is still doable for you to get a loan. So do not feel discouraged. Always ask, because that information can go very far. Because again, there are products that can be available to you. Keys and I are telling you that do not be discouraged. The opportunity is still there. Times will change. Let us put you in a comfortable situation while we can now. So hopefully, as time progresses, things get better, right? We see the light to it.
And if it's not now, it's perhaps down the future. And remember, not every realtor or realtor advisor, real estate advisor, not every loan officer, mortgage person, they're not going to know everything. And it's really important that you have someone that has an abundance of resources available to them, so they know what you're going through. And even if I personally can't, I'm going to try to help you with someone else. I have no problem with that, because for me to help you and to build my referring network and to help people overall, I can't do it all alone.
Well, our purpose is to solve solutions, right?
We're constantly resolving.
Every day.
How do I do this?
Right. What happened here? How are we going to do this?
All right, Jimmy, man. Right. How do I do this, y'all? Help me. Help me help you.
Yeah. And because if we're doing it and we're doing it from an avalanche perspective, right? Imagine someone like not knowing if they're going to get the keys to the house because they're worried. They want to. I gotta throw the keys in there a couple of times, right? Because sometimes they want to call you at 9:30. Sometimes we get the phone at 9:30. We get the calls at 9:30. Sometimes we get the calls at 7:15 in the morning, and you're trying to manage your life because certain conversations you do not want to have at that time.
Yeah.
Just because of the fact that you need your time, because you need self-care.
You do in this industry.
You go help somebody else. Right?
I've learned that very, very much. So
as well.
It's so important, so vital. Yeah. I'm glad you touched upon that, because like I said, I've been
coming from with it, right?
Yeah, it's knowing your audience, knowing your buyer. Obviously, different buyers have different needs, and you have to adapt to that. It's just kind of like the social work aspect in me, the person in me. You listen to it, you take it in, and then you're like, okay, let's have some reflective listening. Tell me what that looks like, what that feels like. Oh, luxury to one person may be luxury to something completely different to another.
That is correct. Yeah.
Absolutely. Somebody who's buying a second home and start buying some, they might very well have the same reactions, or but they may have different resources. They may have a different language that they speak to. So we're kind of chameleons in that sense, where we're trying to find the different colors for our different clientele.
You do that with your Michael Jackson shoes.
I'm just saying, what's about.
This is unique, right?
I mean, I really legit want to get up in here with my little tap dancing shoes. I didn't wear low. I wanted to do something, but it's okay. I might break this table.
To your point, again, your personality screams many that would like to work with you, just because of the fact that you're always being positive in a good way.
I do my best. I have my flaws. You try to project as much as you can, and there's times I'm like, oh my God. But yes, I find my approachable, my different take. I'm not gonna go with accolades and how much I sold and this. That's not. They may work for a lot of my other colleagues. That's fine. Right. I know how to sell a home. I know how to take people and hold their hand. I know how to say I could drop kick you in your neck, and I know how to let go of people. But I also know how to make people feel comfortable. Right. And I also know that I have feelings at the end of the day, like everybody else, and I want to help as much as I can. Right. That is the key with Chrissy Keys. It really is.
As you continue to build your portfolio, are you thinking about expanding on the team?
Yes. That is definitely something. I had a team. I dismantled it. Like I said, life happened. You learn growing pains.
That's a good thing.
But I feel like that is something you when one may feel is failure, and at some point I was like dwelling in shit, but you gotta get back up.
It's okay to accept failure too, because that's the way you grow.
It is. And some people, it's a month or a year or two. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta be like, you gotta give yourself grace. You gotta get back up and say, you know what, I'm happy that I continue to do what I do.
Right. And keep in mind, time heals everything.
I mean, not my legs though, you know.
So in terms of now that you're growing, you see,
I'm asking for help more too. Like people, real estate can be really lonely.
Well, right. That's where I was going with it. Now, as you build the Keys team, what would you tell one who wants to try to connect with you as you build the Keys team?
Got to be started something. Got to be started something.
That, right?
Like, too hard to get over. Yeah. No, but you're stuck in the middle. No, you. Yeah. You listen to the lyrics.
Yeah. I agree with you.
You think? I mean,
oh my God, that's
it's a good feel. But if you think about it, though, it's just like, you know, it's not going to be easy for some people. They knock it out the park, and then they're like, "Shit, what the hell happened?" Right. You know, I'm not saying it's luck, but at the same token, you have to put in the work, and you also there's ebbs and flows in every business. You know, look at the biggest of the biggest names. You know, a lot of them had their highs, and they went to shit. No. They bankrupt right out of the game. So
yeah, it's a little different, right?
So you gotta keep your head up,
right?
You know, I'm not gonna Tupac you, but gotta keep your head up.
Yeah, this is what we're doing.
Dear mom, no, you got to keep your head up.
To your point, right? It's almost like real estate. These things happen in cycles.
They do,
right?
They do. So, and sometimes you're like, oh, you think you just figured out the cycle, and you're like, shit, where did that come from?
Yeah, and I feel these past 36 to 48 months, the market's been skewed. The past 2 years, we've been in a recession when it comes to real estate.
We've been through so much change. Right. I mean, the largest changes in real estate for over how many decades? Yeah. And it's just one thing after another, and we still are navigating as we speak. No, right. You know, laws and changes and language and addendums and it's going through that, but also how do you project? How do you share that and be the voice to your people? Well, because there's a lot of misinformation.
Right.
Lots.
Yeah.
I'm no offense to TikTok, whatever, but it's so, oh my God.
You said TikTok.
Oh man. Right. If I get but TikTok told me this. I'm like, get the fuck off TikTok.
Well, that's the thing, right? Some people cling to social media.
My family. Right? They know I'm a legit real. Do you know what this happened? I'm like, where is it? I don't want comps from Alaska.
The clickbait is serious, right?
Like, what the hell are you talking about?
The clickbait is serious, especially on TikTok. I think
you could get $150,000 house in Texas. I'm like, go to Texas. Yeah, you ain't getting that here.
The algorithm with how they use it's very manipulative.
It is very much so, and it's the clickbait. And then I mean, kudos to the people that are killing it and that are getting that. Right. But it's also frustrating because I'm not gonna sit here and say I don't use social media. I do. Right. And I know sometimes there's things that we phrase or we put in a caption just to get people to come in. And is it something that's like, oh, this is open-ended, you know? People can take it for what it is. Right. But at the end of the day, what I try to do is put some sort of facts in there, or at least have a disclaimer. Like, this is based on X, Y, and Z. Like, you cannot use that same scenario everywhere.
No, well, I carved my way through it by just continuing to provide value, education.
Continue.
I will be vouched for when others see what I'm putting.
What you're putting out there.
When it comes to what's going on in today's market, conversations like you and I are having on Let's
Which
Talk
I love.
About, right? And the fact is that the trends will help you understand when you're ready, whether you're buying or selling, that you can come to us and we can help you secure that, right?
Yes, absolutely. Right. So because it's all you can do.
Right, that's all you can do.
I mean, we're living in that world, and obviously we got to, instead of fighting, I wasn't fighting it. I was just calling out some things, but I'm also embracing it too, because that is an opportunity for us, right, to do what you just said, educate and take a spin on it.
Ongoing thing.
Let's Talk About It podcast is sponsored by Goosehead Insurance. servicing clients all across New Jersey.
So we're gonna lighten things up a little bit, right?
Yeah.
There you go. We're gonna create what's called.
We're gonna start dancing?
No, no, that we can't do. Well, I cannot do.
I feel like you can.
Yeah, in spirit.
All right. I mean, I can sing in spirit, but I still sing. I don't care.
You're very loud about it too.
I don't care.
Lightning round questions.
All right.
Biggest real estate myth you want to bust?
Myth that I want to bust. Mm-hmm. we all run around with Ferraris and and Versace shoes. Do you know what the average agent makes? I mean, shit, you ain't wearing
that part.
Yeah, that part.
Best piece of advice you ever received?
That I've ever received?
Yes.
Invest in myself.
Invest in yourself, okay.
And that was very vague, but at the end of the day, it's true. Whether it's putting money aside for a home, whether it's putting money aside for a wedding, or taking a leap of faith with a new job, invest in yourself. Nobody gonna do it but you.
That is true. If you can change one thing, what would it be?
One thing.
Mm-hmm.
I got one mic. I mean, I really would love to solve this affordability crisis. I really do. I think there's a lot of meat, a lot of on that bone, or well, there's actually a bone right now. There ain't no damn meat. I would like to create the meat, and if there's a way, any way, shape, or form that I could help with that, I don't know what that looks like, but I'm putting it out there.
It's there.
It's a big thing. It's not going anywhere.
It is, and it's a big thing because we can go on.
We can continue, but you said one thing, and right now that is the biggest thing that I know is impactful, not just the United States.
Right.
It's a biggie.
So, what's your go-to stress reliever on negotiation?
Dancing.
What?
Dancing. I dance before I mean, you gotta, before you pick up the phone, before I go in, or if I'm gonna sit down, I need to release.
I hear you. So. Okay, on the last one.
Bombs over Baghdad. I'm sorry. No, that's not what it's a song by Outkast. Let's just phrase that. It's yeah.
One word your clients would describe you when working with you.
I get fireball a lot.
Fireball? Okay.
Fireball.
Yeah, you have been very theatrical. Out of all the guests I've had, your theatrics are awesome.
I appreciate that. I hope I live up to the expectation of theatrics.
So that's cool. So that said, what are some of the places you'd like to eat at?
Eat?
Yes.
All right. So, I mean, back in the day, we go to this fancy restaurant called Red Lobster. No.
Red Lobster's this thing right now.
Actually no. I'm big on I'm doing a lot more clean places, like clean food. Right. I know it sounds bougie. It sounds bougie as shit. I get it. Right? I'm big on that. Yeah, man. You get things start cracking. You can get up.
Right.
I need to keep dancing. So, I can't say I frequent a specific restaurant ever, but I'm big on, cleaner, healthier living choices. Give me a good chicken.
Here you go.
And I'm not gonna lie though, I do miss my rice and beans, but that shit is bad for you sometimes. I incorporate it here, and it is hard. But I'm just saying, some of the diets are not always good, and after a while, you gotta eat a little bit better. So, give me a good chicken, good fish. You make me hungry right now. You asking me about food. You got something for me?
Well, speaking of food,
talk about it.
Let's talk about it, right? Talk about restaurant. I was by you over the weekend, Asbury Park.
Where the hell is my phone call? Let's talk about that.
That part. I don't know. I was so much enjoying what I was having.
Where?
I think it's the restaurant Rooftop.
The Asbury Park Rooftop?
Yeah, what's the name of that restaurant? It's
because there's legit Asbury Park Rooftop, but there's Waterside as well.
There's Waterside. I think it was
Asbury Park is my home, by the way. Just saying, plugging that in there. Okay. If you guys want to know anything about that, hit me up.
It was cool because it had they had the folks were taking pictures because they were getting married, right?
Okay.
It was very scenic. Like, I guess the time we were at the boardwalk, it just
were
felt
you
like
off the boardwalk?
we was on the boardwalk.
Okay, because I also know there's the Berkeley Hotel. It's very infamous for weddings and such.
So we were on the boardwalk, and to the right was the I guess theater.
Okay.
Right. So as you get to the park, if you make a left, you're to the theater, and then to the right there was the restaurant A1 Rooftop, I think it's called.
That's the Asbury Park Rooftop.
Yeah.
Down the rooftop. Yeah, that opened up last year in June. Just so you know. Good plug. Very nice.
Good time. Yeah.
Very scenic. Do we get paid for this? I'm just. We plug them in though.
But went out with another couple. Great time.
Not me though.
Not you. We will make it happen next time. Yeah, we had a good time. It was good. The food was good. The ambiance good. Everything about it. And then it was very. You could feel like you were in the beach, but not in the beach, right?
Yeah, like, the beach is right in your freaking face.
Right, that part, right? But it felt like you were having a great time as you were eating and enjoying, and we had good company
with storm glass windows.
So
yeah. No, good food there as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I guess you wanted me to be specific and throw in a local spot. Is that what you're trying to get at?
I wasn't trying to do that. I was just letting you know I was at but if you have a local spot that you want to talk about, go ahead and talk about it, because this show is, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about that.
It has it's moving so many vessels when it comes to the human element of what one should be looking for when it comes from home ownership, mm-hmm. and 2, where someone should travel, and 3, where someone should eat.
So I'm not gonna lie, there's a few spots I'm gonna mention, but I'm gonna start with one that's really local, and it's not on the block or the boardwalk. It's on the other side of town, and it's banging. It's called the Latin Diner. Okay. Very humble. They changed up their whole. They used to be, I think, Cuban Cafe. They are now the Latin Diner. And I mean, it's delicious food. Delicious food. Nice. Cuisine is awesome. It's a little, spot you can eat in. I'm not saying it's fancy or whatever, but you're always going to get good food. And it's quite inexpensive as well.
That's what I'm talking about. Inexpensive.
Yes.
Good food, inexpensive.
Yes. Another one I would bring out is a beloved Watermark, which is on the opposite end of the boardwalk. Okay. Very, very nice views. No pun intended. Ocean. The rooftop on Asbury Park is awesome as well. Right. These are just fan favorites. Mm-hmm. And I'm not gonna lie, Mutiny Barbecue, or I think it's now Mutiny on the Water. It's they started with a little small spot. I mean, they're on the boardwalks. Right. I think it's called Mutiny Beach. I'm trying to remember the name. I mean, the owner is awesome. Right. He does everything. I think he's destined to kill himself, not in a bad way, but he's just he opened up his second spot and he's just killing it. That's and I'm awesome. Like, when do you sleep? Right. So he puts love in his food. Right. So
what kind of food is this?
Barbecue.
Oh, okay.
Barbecue.
Okay. I get it. I love barbecue.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, but how'd you go wrong with barbecue? I'm sorry, vegans.
I'm just saying. I'm over here talking about eating clean and shit, but those are some stuff. If you're gonna cheat,
you might as well go that way, right?
Mutiny Beach, no.
Oh my God.
But it's also. I'm glad you asked that, because a lot of people they want to be navigator, or where's a good restaurant? Right. Where are the spots at? Where can I get wedding venues? We become the face of everything, and I'm like, there's Google, right? Right.
But they trust us because if we're giving them shelter,
and if you're in the spot and you know it and you're vibing to it, you live there, you sell there. Obviously, you should know some things. Right. And
you have to be hyper local. Yeah, right. That's how separate you from others.
Yeah.
So that's where
to go. What are some places? Again, it's all about resources and what you can do. It's not just here's the damn keys.
No.
It's helping them with a lot of other resources.
After you close the deal.
Before, after, during. Right. I mean, I get questions all the time. I had somebody ask me for a roofer, not after we closed. I mean, it's just we were talking about it. It wasn't something that I was surprising, but oh, Chrissy, where can we go to eat? Right. Oh, what do you think about this? I'm like, obviously there's some questions I can't answer. Right. But, I try to be as helpful as I can. Right. Yeah. It's providing service.
Always. Concierge service.
It's what I'm talking about, man. I'm the concierge, man.
All good. So, Chrissy, if one is looking for you, where can they find you?
right here.
Let's talk about it.
So no, you can find me in Instagram, Chrissy_Keys,
Right.
CHRISSY. You can plug that in somewhere. Let's just
It's
make
gonna happen.
Bam. You could Google me, Chrissy Keys. You'll find me. Facebook as well. And then also there's Chrissy at ChrissyKeys.com. Email. Should I put my number? I mean, is there anything else?
You can do that.
You want my soul? No.
TikTok, you
TikTok, Chrissy
right.
Keys.
Right.
Yeah, you could find me. And I'll follow back, baby.
Well, thank you.
Follow me. Follow me.
She's starting again.
Follow. I was hoping. That's a good song.
Well, yes.
Follow me.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh man, this is when the music got to come in and be like.
There it is.
Follow me. Yes.
So where's the speaker again?
Where is your speaker? I could put my phone on, but I don't think it's allowed. It'll mess up the
the continuity of what's going on right
and
now.
probably his speakers or something. It might not be good. No.
No bueno.
No bueno?
No bueno. No.
Okay. I'm getting the cut.
There you go. Again, let's talk about it. Find on your favorite streaming platform on Apple, Spotify. Type in Jimmy Mortgage. Let's talk about it, and I will pop up. Again, Chrissy, thank you so much for coming on. Let's talk about it.
I really appreciate being a
your
guest.
Favorite lender.
Yo, my man, right?
Go.
Jimmy, let's talk about it. I appreciate you
Of
so
course.
much for
I
this.
appreciate you for coming on.
This was so great.
You're welcome.
It's just awesome.
Let's do it.
Let's do it again.
There you go.
All right, people.
Have a good one. Hey, listeners, are you looking to improve your home comfort and save on your energy bills? Let's talk about Seal Power. They've been awarded Energy Star Sustained Excellence Awards seen on Good Morning America, the New York Times, and World News. Seal Power is dedicated to keeping your home cozy while saving you money. Check out their website for tips and incentives and more at CIELPOWER.com. Stay comfortable and save with Seal Power, where comfort meets efficiency. Follow them on Instagram for updates and more, and let's talk about it as well. Thank you.